Hey everyone, it's Ollie here. Now, do you know what the biggest pain in the neck is for a lot of our clients at Be Mobile? Well, it's neck pain. So in this video, I'm going to be running through some of the contributing factors and what you can do about your neck pain. Now, there are lots of different factors that can contribute to neck pain. Whether they're physical, like starting to do too much exercise too soon, or perhaps an old whiplash injury from a motor vehicle accident. But there's also non-physical factors, such as being really stressed at work, experiencing depression, or perhaps not getting enough good quality sleep. So there's lots of different things that can contribute, and it's not just what you see on the images that you've had of your neck. Now, this is good news because it means there's a lot of different factors we can address to improve your symptoms. A lot of the things commonly associated with a healthy lifestyle can have a big impact on your neck pain, like maintaining a healthy body weight, exercising regularly, managing your stress, and getting a good night's sleep every day can all have a big impact on your neck symptoms. Even better news is that most cases of neck pain will go away on their own with time. But there is some evidence that exercises, neck-specific exercises in particular, can be effective for preventing neck pain and managing your symptoms when you do get it. So let's run through some exercises that you can incorporate into your regime to help with your neck symptoms. Okay, so this first exercise is really a movement snack, meaning something you can do throughout the day as much as you like to manage your symptoms, or as a bit of a warm-up prior to the neck-specific exercises. It's nice and simple. We're simply going to take the neck through its ranges of motion. Starting with flexion and extension, all we're going to do is simply bring our chin down to our chest and then reverse that movement, looking up towards the ceiling and doing it again. And it's a good idea to go up to about 10 of those, but once again, you could throw in a couple whenever you need to throughout the day. Once you've done that movement, you can move on to some lateral flexion. So bringing the earlobes down towards the shoulder on that side, just like that. And once again, doing up to about 10 is a good number to stick to. Once you've done those, you can move on to some neck rotations, which is basically just looking over the shoulder on each side. So turning around nice and slowly and reversing it. Okay, and you can do as many of those as you feel you need to get your neck moving prior to the exercises or to help you manage your pain and stiffness throughout the day. All right, next up, we've got some isometric hold. So this is a strength exercise where we're simply holding the contraction in one position. So we're gonna start with one hand in front of the head, like so, and we're gonna push our forehead into the hand at about 75% of our max. Okay, so you can see hopefully some of my neck muscles contracting here at the front, and I'm matching the resistance with this right arm. If you needed to, you could of course use two hands if you had a really strong neck. So you're gonna hold that one at about 75% of your max for 10 to 15 seconds. Then we're gonna reverse that movement. So I'm going to take my hand and place it behind my head, and once again hold for 10 to 15 seconds at about 75%. Okay, and you should feel a little bit of fatigue in the muscles in the back of your neck. And like the first movement, you can see that my head isn't moving. I'm just holding this one position. Okay, so once you've done that for 10 to 15 seconds, we can move on to the next one, which is a lateral flexion hold. So I'm going to start with my right side, right hand against my temple or the side of my head, and I'm pushing my head into my hand. Once again, 75% matching the resistance. And that gets a bit of fatigue in the side of the neck there, and you can do that on the other side. Nice and simple. Once again, holding for 10 to 15 seconds. And you should feel a little bit of fatigue in the sides of your neck there. So that's a good starting point for the strength exercises, those isometric holds. One of the common complaints of people with neck issues is stiffness and soreness in this trapezius muscle, which attaches our shoulder blade up to our neck and our skull. So a great way of desensitizing and building some capacity in that area is with this next exercise, which is a shrug. So I've got a couple of light dumbbells here and they're a good starting point, but you may not need any weights at all for starters. All I'm going to do is simply hold the weights by my side, standing up straight, and I'm going to bring my shoulders right up to my ears and then slowly back down. Okay, keeping the arms nice and straight and shrugging up as high as I can. Now you may not be able to manage getting right up like I am, but you could just do half that movement. So just coming up halfway and back down, just like so. Now, like any strength exercise, to build capacity and desensitize, ideally we're going to be slowly increasing the weights by about 10% each week. So you can add these exercises into your resistance training routine that you're hopefully doing at least twice a week. We want you to do 2 to 3 sets of each of the exercises. Now for the holds, we want you to hold for 10 to 15 seconds at about 75% of your max, give or take. And you can gradually build up the amount of time for each hold over the weeks. And for the shrugs, you can do 8 to 15 repetitions with a weight that is challenging but tolerable. Now remember that exercise can sometimes increase your symptoms temporarily, but that does not mean you're causing harm. You're simply loading a sensitive area, and sometimes it can be a little bit painful as a result. If you stick consistently with the exercises and you're patient, over time you should start to see your symptoms resolve. Hope you enjoyed the video and you've got some good exercise ideas that help with your neck pain. I'll see you in the next one.